Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of That Fertility Show. I'm Chris, and I'm here with Gemma.
Hi.
Okay, so everybody else is around on comments. So if you do have a particular question for those, do comment in, and they are around to answer. But today, as it's me and Gemma, we particularly wanted to talk about the partner side of things, and kind of how us as partners have experienced the process, the IVF and infertility process. For you, just explain a bit about how many cycles you've been and
Yeah, so we've done two fully fresh cycles and one frozen embryo transfer so far. So during the fresh cycles, I have been both the person being poked and prodded, and then I've also been the partner for the transfer of the embryo, for the embryo transfer. And then for the frozen embryo transfer, I've had no involvement whatsoever. I have just been the partner.
Okay, so yeah, being in a same-sex couple, so it kind of, you've been the person that's all been about you.
Yeah.
Then suddenly it just stops.
Yes.
And it's kind of supportive partner.
Yeah, basically I'm the oh yeah, your partner's here.
Yeah.
Type of person. You know, your name suddenly stops getting called out in the fertility clinic.
How does that feel? How does that switch feel? You know.
Yeah, it feels. What's the word I'm looking for? It's really weird because you suddenly have to be the supportive person. You suddenly watching your partner go through things that you're not, and suddenly in a strange way it's not all about you anymore, and it's difficult in that.
So for me also, we've been through 3 IVF cycles and 1 IUI. The IUI was more little involvement I had, and the IVF was a little bit more. For me, I never had that attachment to the eggs. I had attachment to the whole process of believing that I wanted the child, but never that those eggs are mine. I need someone to look after them. Did you have that? Because they are your eggs.
I think particularly the first time I felt like I'd put so much effort into making this, and like I did feel some kind of protection. We had the embryoscope, so they were all in the little hatching, we used to call it the penthouse, and and you wait for your updates and everything else, and then it's sort of like, okay, over to you. And that's I did feel that ultimate attachment, and then suddenly it stops. It totally stops, and it's over to somebody else. And the truth is, anything that goes wrong, most of the time it is the embryo. So although my accountability didn't stop, I did kind of feel like there's nothing more I can do now. I have done everything I can do. Move it on, pass it over to you.
Yeah. I did touch this on the last show, the mental health side of things, and it was quite I went into it thinking I wouldn't be involved, and it kind of caught me by surprise. I was so it's all about Becca. I've got to be supportive. I've got to be all about her. And then you take a step back and you're like, damn, this has consumed me. Mentally being supportive. And for me, there's nothing I can do. It feels at times there's nothing I can do. Obviously, you can be supportive. I can help. And the only things I can do is the things that hurt my wife, i.e. the injections.
So do you I know a lot of people do that. Do you do the injections for Rebecca?
Yeah. So it's my way of getting involved is to do the injection. The first couple of times she had more pinpricks than she needed. Because seriously, I'm going, no, I can't. No. And I've already gone in, then I came out because she's clenched, and I'm just like, ah. And then so it was like, right, sorry, I didn't actually keep the needle in. I've got to go in again, which caused a few heated words, which as you can imagine. So the only thing I actually my main involvement was hurting my wife.
Wow. I mean, I never let Kerry touch me with the needles. We did the injection teach because we were both on down. We both down reg together on the 2 fresh cycles. So we both went to injection teach. So the nurse is like giving me do you want to have a go then, Gemma? And I'm like, okay, tentatively like this. Kerry thought she was in Pulp Fiction. Straight into herself like that. I was like, no, absolutely not. You're not touching me with a needle ever.
Nice example there.
Yeah.
But as a partner, it's so mentally
It
challenging,
is.
isn't it?
It is.
And
It is.
as I said, I